algebra word problems. So the first thing that we need to do is identify what our variables are going to represent. Sue has 100 dimes and quarters. So our x is going to represent our dimes, and our y is going to represent our quarters. So we're told that she has 100 dimes and quarters. So if I take x, the number of dimes, plus y, the number of quarters that she has, and combine them together, it's going to be 100 coins. If the total of the coins is 2140, how many of each coin does she have? So now, notice now that we're moving from how many coins to how much money they represent. So for my second equation, I'm going to need to put in my money information. So dimes are 0.10x, that's how much money in dimes she would have, plus 0.25y would be how much money she would have in quarters, and that's going to equal 2140. So that's going to be the system that we're going to solve. So the first thing that I'm going to look at is I want to get rid of my decimals. So I am going to take my equation, bring it down, and I'm going to have x plus y is equal to 100, and 0.10x plus 0.25y is equal to 21.40. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply by 100. Multiplying by 100 is going to move my decimals 2 places to the right, which is going to get rid of my the decimals in the equation. So that's going to leave me with 10x plus 25y is equal to 2140. Now, in looking at this equation, I know what I need to multiply up here. I'm going to multiply my first equation by negative 10. So negative 10 will create my zero pair. So I have negative 10x plus negative 10y is equal to negative 1,000. All right, I'm going to go ahead and zero pair out. So that's going to leave me with 15y is equal to 1140. Divide by 15, divide by 15, y is equal to 76. So I'm going to come back up here to my equation, put my ordered pair in. This is 76, which means she's going to have 76 quarters. Now I'm going to solve for how many dimes she has. So I'm going to take x plus y, the first equation, substitute in my 76, zero pair out, x is equal to 24, which means she's going to have 24 dimes. All right, let's take a look at a ski resort. Has skis that cost $16 to rent, $19 for snowboards. So the first thing that I'm looking at is x is going to represent skis, and y is going to represent snowboards. Okay, so the first thing that I notice is that there's going to be 28 people that are going to be renting. So that means the people that rent skis plus the people that rent snowboards are going to equal a total of 28 people. So notice this is people. Now I'm going to be looking at money, because you'll notice that I have $16 for skis, $16 for snowboards. So money, money, money. I need to get these three money numbers into my next equation. So for skis, I'm going to have $16 represents how much money would be made if for ski rentals. 19y, how much money will be made for snowboard rentals. And 478 is the total amount of money that the resort brings in. So now I'm going to go ahead and solve this system. So the first thing that I'm going to look at is I'm noticing that I need to make a zero pair. So I'm going to multiply by negative 16, multiply by negative 16, and multiply by negative 16. So that's going to give me negative 16x plus negative 16y is equal to negative 448. Okay, let me see if I can get my refresh going so that you can see the screen again. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring down the second equation, which is going to be 16x plus 19y is equal to 478. Okay, waiting to see if my technical difficulty is going to come to an end here. So while this is loading, just again, when we're solving for systems, we're either making a zero pair or we are looking to find that zero pair. In this case, we made the zero pair. All right, so now we see the zero pair. We're going to go ahead and cancel that out, which is going to leave us with 3y is equal to 30. Divide by 3, divide by 3, and y is going to be 10. So there were 10 snowboards that were rented. Come up here for my ordered pair. Now I'm going to go back to the first equation. X plus y is equal to 28. I'm going to go ahead and substitute in my 10. Zero pair out. X is equal to 18, which means there were 18 skis that were rented. And that's how you take a word problem, set up a system of equations, and solve.